Welcome to Superdude Charles and Superdude. We're watching the Baku, Azerbaijan, Qatar Airways Grand Prix 2025. PHP starts at 9th position. Leclerc starts at 10th position. We've got Lando Norris starting in 7th position. 8th position is Isaac Hajar. Bose McLaren starting 7th and 9th. Yuki is at 6th. Interesting. 5th is Russell. And then we've got Kimi Antonelli in 4th, and then 3rd is Lawson. Lawson is 3rd, which is a very good result for him. And then of course we've got Carlos Sainz and the one and only Max Verstappen in 1st place. Today is going to be a very interesting day. Yesterday was a very strange qualifying. I did watch the replay. I didn't watch the actual qualifying. I watched the replay of the qualifying. Very interesting. The weather, the wind, it all played a part, and the only driver that could put it on pole was Max. Is anybody surprised anymore? Because I'm not surprised. The only question is, can he win today? That is the big question, because qualifying is not that important. The win is where it actually gets important. So yeah, we're gonna watch the Baku Grand Prix. Let me just try and adjust everything on screen because it looks like a mess. Everything just seems a little bit messy right now, I have to be honest. So Max Verstappen decided to go on hard tire. They say that there might be rain. Okay, I think that is a much better looking UI. Okay, so they say there might be rain coming. Max Verstappen starts on hard tires, which means he's going for a one-stopper. We don't know what's going to happen, man. How is this going to play out? What is going to happen? We don't know. We have to find out. I have to be honest, I'm quite surprised that it starts at this time. Okay, no, it normally starts at 2 or 3 p.m. during the day, so it's probably not that, but I had to double check early this morning because I slept late, and then I was like, oh, it's starting at 1 p.m. Oh, okay. So I had to set up everything before I could actually do much. Dude, McLaren's championship points 617. Second place is less than 300. Championship Piastri 324, Norris 293, Verstappen 230, man. Dude, if Max Verstappen makes a comeback, which I have to be honest, it doesn't really make much sense to have that much hope in him making a comeback. Because McLaren is still a very good car. So if you see data on screen doing something, then remember, the data on screen might be newer than the data that I'm giving you. Because live streams are just slower, man. Video feed is always slower than actual data. So let's see what's gonna happen here. People are sliding around, warming up their tires. There seems to be a lot of people using hard tires. A lot of people on hard tires. They're trying to warm up their tires, trying to make sure that the tires are ready, set, go. And we're about to go racing, and green, go, 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 go. That's a good start for Max. Good start for Max. Good start for Max, man. Max is gone. Carlos Sainz had a good start as well. First I thought Max's start was way better, and then I saw no, he's actually close to him. Who is dead last? Oscar Piastri is 20 position, he's dead last. George Russell. George Russell making a move on Yuki Tsunoda. Oh. Why didn't Yuki pay attention to that, man? Why didn't Yuki pay attention to Russell? Like, it's not a big deal or anything. It's not like they're fighting for the championship or anything. I'm just saying, like, Yuki Tsunoda paused. Oh, Piastri crashed. Piastri crashed. Piastri crashed. The championship. Dude, this championship is gonna go crazy, man. This championship is going to go crazy. Because the leader of the championship is out of the race. He can't get any points. No ways. Why did he do that? Okay, so we're watching a replay of what happened to Oscar. We're watching. Oh, he's locking. He locked. He locked. He's brake locked. He's brake locked. My goodness, Oscar is... This championship is gonna go crazy, man. Because the best case scenario is that Max has walked away with 50 something points today, right? Because it's 25 maximum. So he'll probably walk away with 50 something points today, which means it depends on where will Lando be. It all depends on where Lando will be. But this championship now is gonna go crazy because when you look at Piastri's lead in the championship, you think, okay, this is a bit insane, right? But when you look at Lando Norris, you'll be like, okay, maybe there's still a possibility, you know, maybe. But now there's almost definitely a possibility for Max, dude. So not only did Piastri make the championship go alive, he crashed out of the championship. Crashed out of this race, should I say. Dude, this is insane. Dude, this is insane. Oscar Piastri is keeping this championship alive by crashing out. And trust me, for him, he cannot be happy because... Dude, this is insane. Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine? If Max Verstappen, dude, if Max Verstappen somehow wins this championship now, okay, but you know what? It will only be next race. Next race, McLaren will completely destroy our hopes and dreams for a close championship. Look, whoever wins needs to win. I'm not saying I'm a Max Verstappen fan. What I am saying is it is impossible to deny that Max Verstappen is a very, very good driver. He's a... Everybody talks about the all-time greats. Well, Max Verstappen is definitely great at racing, dude. I can promise you that. And he makes these people, he makes most of the drivers look very weak compared to what he's capable of. Now, of course, it does seem to be that the reason why Max is so good is that he also prepares very heavily before races. He does very good, you know, preparation before races to try and get the most out of the races, to get the most of his car, to get the most out of himself, his endurance, you know, his own performance, concentration, and so forth. But dude, I'm telling you, Max Verstappen, dude. Oscar Piastri crashing out is insane to me. Like, why would he crash out like that so easily? So the problem was Piastri. So it seems that Piastri jumped the start. Piastri jumped the start and then stalled because he wanted to not go, because he realized he couldn't go. And then eventually, when he realized he probably will get a penalty for that, he somehow decided to crash into a barrier. So let's just say that this race is chaotic for Piastri, bro. Yeah, but there was no grip for him, man. There's no... Let's see if he crashed into Piastri. No, he didn't. Yeah, so Piastri's wheels were not doing anything for him, man. So Piastri's wheels were not gonna grip on that car, bro. Oh. Yeah, we're looking at Hulkenberg crashing Colapinto. Is that Colapinto or is that Gasly? I believe that's Colapinto, because I believe Colapinto qualified ahead of Gasly. That is definitely Colapinto. Unless if I'm mistaken, because... Dude, this is insane, because... Yeah, I must say, it is quite surprising that Oscar Piastri completely lost all focus and all concentration, and he just decided, okay, let me go and take myself out of the race. No one would have predicted that is for sure. I think what happened was, he basically, the word I will use is a word that gamers use. He tilted, he got tilted at himself, he got annoyed at himself, that he jumped the start and he realized he was going to get a penalty for that. So now he's driving on this first lap, realizing he did something he shouldn't have done, with that in the back of his mind, weighing on his shoulders. And then when he's trying to pass people to try and make up for the lost, you know, for the impending penalty that he's going to get, which is most likely a time penalty, a pit stop time penalty. And then somehow, you know, he loses grip on the outside, which was probably not a good move to make in the first place. Loses grip, and then his car just says, no, buddy, you're not turning at this corner, unfortunately. And then, yeah, so now the problem is, now Alonso seemed to have followed Piastri. Alonso reacted to what Piastri was reacting to. And unfortunately, that means that Alonso also will have a premature race start penalty. So it says here, race control, safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap, man. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have not believed, dude. I would have, if I didn't see it with my own eyes, how easily Piastri destroyed his race, I wouldn't have believed it. So this is it's just a very straightforward situation. So what needs to happen now is very, very simple. Very simple what needs to happen now. All that needs to happen is that Verstappen needs to win the race, and Lando Norris needs to not even get even more than 5 points. And then this championship is truly still, like, then, trust me, Max can definitely make a lot of, like, the problem is he would have to win every single race. Max would have to win and just hope that these McLaren guys can just destroy their races the way that Oscar did. Oscar just needed to do what he needed to do, dude. You see, this is what I like about F1. You can never guarantee that the guy with the faster car is just gonna win. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. So now Max Verstappen is leading the pack. Safety car is in. And Max Verstappen, oh my goodness, you should watch out for Carlos Sainz, dude. Watch out for Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, because Carlos Sainz's tires, like, wing is right there, man. And there we go, Max is going. Max is going. So the race is starting. Oh, are they gonna take each other out at the first corner? No, at least they didn't. Oh, Red Bull. Sorry, Mercedes. George Russell and Kimi Antonelli pushing each other, dude. Dude, this is insane. Max is already a 1 second lead. Max already has a 1 second lead, man. Norris trying to pass Leclerc on there. Dude, Leclerc is not going to allow them to pass. That is one thing about Leclerc. Leclerc doesn't care if you're Max Verstappen. He will make it impossible for you to pass him. I wonder why did Piastri go off? I don't understand why he was so eager to just... So interesting, man. Like it's very clear that it's very windy there. It's very clear that it might be a little bit cooler there as well. Five-second penalty for Fernando Alonso for jumping the start. So 5-second penalty when he goes into his pit stop. He has to wait 5 seconds before they can touch his car. Dude, this is insane, man. So now the only question is, what about Lando? Lando's got 290 points, so he is not that... He's not that close to Max. So I know I'm counting my eggs before they're hatched, but if Verstappen has 250 by the end of this race, and Lando maybe gets another 10 points, it means he's got 300. Yeah, look, the championship can still be very, like, this. The fact is that this definitely makes this race way stronger. Dude, Norris is now 8th place. Come on, Leclerc. Oh no, so Leclerc is still in front of Norris. Hadjar holds the position. So Hadjar and his hero Lewis Hamilton are fighting each other, but Lewis Hamilton is not getting, he's not getting an easy pass on Hadjar. Hadjar is not making it easy on Lewis Hamilton, that is for sure. This is so interesting, man. Oh, nice. So Leclerc caught Leclerc basically passed Lando Norris at the start because Lando Norris wasn't. George Russell very unhappy with Kimi Antonelli. Yeah? Kimi Antonelli. You know what? It's not that bad, man. Russell, like, it's not like Russell. Look, he was definitely squeezed. That's for sure. They are claiming that Yuki Tsunoda is having a much better race, but remember, we have to wait until the end of the race. That's the one thing that I've noticed with Yuki. You have to wait until the end of the race to know if he had a good race or not, because what he does in the beginning is not the same. It's not necessarily mean that that's the way he's going to end the race. Russell is trying to pass Yuki, like he's doing everything he can to put pressure on Yuki. Like he's swerving left and right behind Yuki, trying to pass him, dude. And it's this. It looks more like he's gonna put himself in danger, like crashing into a wall or something. Yeah, Alonso is admitting he reacted to Piastri. Dude, can you imagine my data is not showing the race? My data is not showing the race. Race data is so sad. I don't really understand why this data is so bad. I guess I shouldn't have refreshed the website data, because now my data is gone. So Carlos Sainz is just staying with Verstappen. Carlos Sainz is staying 1.3, so 1.5 seconds. So now Lewis passes Hadjar. Lewis passed Hadjar. No, wait. Lewis passed Hadjar, yes, right? Yeah, Hamilton passes Hadjar. Finally, now can Hadjar attack Lewis? Come on, Hadjar. Don't make it easy for Lewis. Oh my. Sure. Oh. Hadjar. Hadjar is making it impossible for Lewis, dude. So now Carlos Sainz is 1.6 behind Verstappen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Lando Norris is doing a very good job so far. He's got 4 points. If he stays at 8th place, which we know he won't, then you will have 4 points. Show me what the championship points will look like if they finish the way that they then stay now. Is Max too? Yeah, Max is 55. So Max, if Max wins this race, he's got 55 points. Dude, Verstappen fastest lap, 1 minute 46.1. Why is there noise on my microphone? Okay, so basically, Verstappen has got hard tires. The only second guy that's got hard tires is Yuki Tsunoda, and then Russell's got hard tires. So top 10, the only guys with hard tires is Verstappen, Yuki Tsunoda, Russell, and I believe Leclerc. No, it's not Leclerc, it's Hamilton. Hamilton's got hard tires, Russell's got hard tires, Yuki Tsunoda's got hard tires, and Verstappen. Those are the only guys, top 10. Top 10 only guys with hard tires is Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, Russell, and Verstappen. I think Verstappen is trying to pull away from them, man. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think this race might get boring only because Verstappen is not a guy that necessarily makes mistakes, right? Now, of course, today could be the day that he makes mistakes, so we can't know for sure. Can Russell? Oh, he's closing in for sure. Dude, Yuki is defending, dude. Defending. He doesn't want Russell to pass him. Yeah. George Russell passes Yuki Tsunoda finally, but trust me, he had to work for that pass, man. Yuki Tsunoda was trying to defend for all his life, but unfortunately, you know. Yeah, so Yuki Tsunoda just being better, like he just has a better opportunity to I mean, Yuki Tsunoda had an opportunity and unfortunately didn't work out. Okay, so they say rain might be inbound in 20 minutes. 20 minutes means approximately 8 laps. Approximately. Like, I'm just using a rough. I'm using the top of my head to try and calculate. Actually, no. That is in the next 5 laps. It's within the next 5. No. Wait. What am I talking about? It's in the next 10 laps. So within the next 9, maximum 10 laps, it should rain. According to them, remember, according to them. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if they are completely wrong. I would not be surprised if they're completely and utterly... Dude, Yuki Tsunoda is going to get passed. Yuki Tsunoda is next up to get passed. Hamilton is chasing down Lando Norris, dude. Hamilton chasing down Lando Norris, dude. Verstappen on the radio. Keep on top of it, you know our plan for today. So Max Verstappen being told, you know our plan today, keep on top of it. So they just reinforcing the fact that they probably need to make sure that the tires aren't being abused. You know, manage the tires, manage everything properly. So lap 31 and lap 37 is when we expect Verstappen to pit. But because he's got the hard tires, you could maybe even go longer if there is no rain. The rain is the only factor that can change everything. Rain is the only factor that can change everything for everybody. Dude, I would have not believed that Max would win this race. I thought to myself, you know what, McLaren is going to win this race like they did last year. You know, convincingly. Piastri will probably feel better. You know, he will feel more relaxed to try and win this race because he's done it already. But no, unfortunately not. Piastri completely lost all sense of control and all sense of... I have to be honest, it's quite strange how his car didn't have grip. like I have to be I have to allow myself to at least indulge in some kind of conspiracy theory. Is it possible, is it at all possible that the team just chose to compromise Piastri's car to the point that he would make a mistake like that? Because it makes no sense to me, to be honest. Because I just can't imagine that McLaren is so bad. I can't imagine like this. How does a McLaren be so bad in Piastri's hand was so good in Lando Norris' hands when it comes to not crashing? It seems very odd to me, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, so again the data is frozen. I apologize, man. Like I can refresh the data, but I'm just gonna let me just do it. I'll just do it. Whatever, I'll just do it. I'll just refresh the data. Whatever. I need to refresh it anyways. Dude, Lawson might actually get third place in this race. That would be interesting. Lawson is being pressured by Kimi Antonelli, so let's not pretend that he's not. Carlos Sainz seems to be fine. Yeah, so I don't know what to say right now, because so now Verstappen is 3.3 seconds, almost 3.5 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz. I think Verstappen is not like I think Verstappen is pushing. I do believe he's pushing, but I don't think he's think he's pushing the way he did it at Monza. I think Monza, he did qualifying lap after qualifying lap. Here I think it's just, you know, he's just trying to make sure that there's the gap between him and Carlos Sainz. I think that's it. And I'm pretty sure that Red Bull and Verstappen's hands is still faster than that Williams. Oliver Bierman passing Ocon. Oh, he went off track. Oh no, he stayed on. So we've got Verstappen first place, and now Verstappen. George Russell fastest lap, 1 minute 46.1, I think. Did I see that correctly? Let's see if the data is going to show me that. Russell 1 minute 46.0. Wow, how did I see a 1 when it shows? Somehow I saw a 1, but this is 0. So 146. So 1 minute 46 seconds 00. That is Russell's time, which is very good. Russell is now attacking his own teammate, and his own teammate is attacking Lawson. So this is going to be a very interesting race, boys and girls. Very interesting. Only if it rains. If it doesn't rain, it's going to be boring. But if it rains, it's going to be interesting. Okay. Kimi Antonelli is putting pressure on Lawson, but Russell is putting a heavy pressure on Kimi Antonelli. Basically, what happened was Kimi Antonelli was given an opportunity to pass Lawson. He didn't do it. Now Russell is saying, "Hey, buddy, move aside. The big brother is here. Move aside, Kimi. Move aside, my little brother. I'm gonna do it now. Move aside, my little brother. I'm doing it now." Kimi Antonelli is pretending he's going to pass Lawson, but he has no intent of passing him, and according to what I can see. But Russell is right there, dude. Russell is right there. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I hope that Russell and Kimi Antonelli that doesn't crash, because we want to keep Lando Norris far behind. The only reason we want to do that is we want to make sure that the championship is alive. So far, the championship can be alive. We just need Norris to not have much points this race. Dude, can you imagine if Max comes all the way from behind, you know, from behind McLaren and still beats them in the Drivers' Championship? That's gonna be crazy, man. I don't believe 100% is possible, but we just don't know. We have no idea. We don't know if that's gonna be possible or not. Okay, yeah, so what I would say is that look, if you're watching this race, you'll be like, it's boring, which is true. It's boring, right? But the thing is, if it starts raining, it's gonna change everything. People are gonna start crashing. Lando Norris could start crashing. Everybody could start crashing behind Verstappen. Even Verstappen could crash. Verstappen could lose his first place. Anything can happen. That is why rain is the only thing that can change everything drastically. And we don't know what's gonna happen, so we have to wait and see. Alex Albon goes into the pits. He probably puts on hard, which means he won't have to pit again. So Max Verstappen, I believe it was 2021. Max Verstappen in 2021 was leading this race comfortably, and all of a sudden the tires just exploded. His right left tire exploded on the pit straight, and his tire exploded, and he was so angry and furious. And I must say, the way he controlled that car with exploded tires, like, go back and watch 2021 Baku race with Max Verstappen controlling that car with the exploded tire. Anybody else would be flying into the barriers, the car destroyed into pieces. But no, Max kept the car under control, trying to manage it, hoping he could still drive it. He couldn't drive it. The car had to go to the barrier. He had to move into the barrier because the car was uncontrollable at high speed. And I have to be honest, man, he did a very good job to control that car at that high speed with the you know, broken, flat, exploded tire. We've got all. Is that Ocon? Oh, Lewis Hamilton made a mistake. Lewis Hamilton made a mistake. Come on, Lewis Hamilton. We need you to attack. Look here. This is the only time that I would say, Lewis, please, bro. Please. Please, Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri. Watching on the side of the road, dude. Oscar Piastri just sits on the side of the track just watching the race, dude. For some reason, Oscar... Oh! Alex Albon. Colapinto got shoved off the racetrack by... Okay, that's going to be a penalty for Albon, dude. Albon is going to get a penalty for that for sure. Oh my goodness, Colapinto was punted by Albon. Yeah, but they have to penalize it because he caused an accident. Like, how is he gonna go inside there? Oh, he even broke his wing. I think Colapinto was so concerned about where the guy behind him was. He was driving so slowly that Albon was like thinking, oh, you want me to go past you because you're slowing down. Verstappen is now 4.5 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz, which is in second place. Lawson 4.6 seconds, which is the same amount. Lawson is behind Carlos Sainz in third place. And Kimi Antonelli is right behind Lawson. Russell's right behind Kimi Antonelli. Yuki Tsunoda is 1.8 seconds, basically 2 seconds behind Russell. Leclerc is... Okay, I need to do position check. So first is Verstappen, second Carlos Sainz, third is Lawson, fourth is Kimi Antonelli, fifth Russell, sixth Yuki Tsunoda, seventh Leclerc, eighth is Norris, ninth is Hamilton, 10th is Hajar, 11 Bortoleto, 12 Alonso, 13 Stroll, 14 Hulkenberg, 15 Behrman. So now Kimi Antonelli goes into the pits for his pit stop. So Hulkenberg is 14, 15 Behrman, 16 Ocon, 17 Gasly, 18 Albon, 19 Colapinto. The only guy out of the race is Piastri. The only guy. I'm not gonna lie, like, I find it very odd that it doesn't, like, I find it very odd that Piastri has got a problem driving his car all of a sudden. Because remember, he won this race last year. He battled, he passed. He battled with Leclerc for the win last year. So I'm sorry, but Piastri knows this track, bro. So something isn't like it's just a conspiracy theorist in me that thinks to myself, why would Oscar Piastri have such a hard time driving around this track all of a sudden when he was so good around this track last year? He won the race last year, bro. Like, there's something doesn't add up, man. Look here, Albon should get the penalty. So the steward's saying Albon and Colapinto incident under investigation. It's very clear Albon is guilty there because he caused the accident there. There's just no question. Unfortunately, there's no question. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that, dude. It's just impossible to deny. Yeah. So what I would say is that So the reason why Lawson isn't passed by Russell yet is because the Racing Bulls are fast around corners. So around the corners, it seems that the Racing Bull of Lawson, his car is pretty fast. So Russell is now 4th place. You can see now it's 5th. Norris 6th. Norris is in 6th place already, huh? So Leclerc went into the pits. That is why Norris is 6th. Dude, I'm telling you, Norris is going to leapfrog Leclerc and just purely because of pit stop. Because Ferrari, you cannot trust Ferrari with the pit stop strategies. You can't. You can't trust. You cannot trust. You cannot trust Norris. AKA, you cannot trust. You cannot trust Ferrari's Leclerc team to not mess up his pit stop or, you know, make some judgment error, calculation error, and you can almost like look. McLaren's strategy team is not the best. It's not. They're not that great. You know, like it is not Mercedes or Red Bull strategy tier. You know, level of how Kimi Antonelli will leapfrog Lawson is what we're trying to predict here, it seems. So if Lawson pits now, then Kimi Antonelli will be right next to him if he goes into the pits. Lawson goes into the pits. Let's see, can Lawson do something that is, dude, if Lawson ends up on the podium, nah, it's gonna be, I don't think so. I don't think he'll end up on the podium. Let's see his pit stop, because I will bet his pit stop crew is gonna make a mistake. Dude, that's a good pit stop. 2.3, that's a good pit stop, man. Oh, Kimi Antonelli is going to try and pass Lawson. Is he going to crash into Lawson is the question. I don't know why I think he's going to crash. Just hanging on, dude. He's still hanging on. He's still holding, like it's not over yet, is what I'm trying to say. Dude, Racing Bulls did a very good pit stop there, man. 2.3 second, it looked flawless in my opinion. I could be missing something, but it looked flawless to me. Come on, Kimi Antonelli, show us what you can do. If you want to take this position away from Lawson, you have to do it now, dude. Because you still have the advantage here. Kimi Antonelli still has the advantage. Okay, there goes Lawson. Lawson's gone. It seems Lewis Hamilton is going to take 10 more laps before he pits after Leclerc. It doesn't look like the rain is coming, dude, because 10 laps have passed, no rain. Why is there such a performance difference between Kimi Antonelli and Lawson? Lawson just passed. Lawson just got passed by Kimi Antonelli. Lawson just got passed by Kimi Antonelli. Easily, like easily. Come on, Lawson, do it, man. This is your third. Like Lawson is fighting for his podium position right here, man. Lawson is trying to fight for podium position. He needs to do what he needs to do right now, seriously. Oh my goodness. Lawson is losing position to Kimi Antonelli. Lawson, you need to stay as close as you can to this guy in front of you, buddy. Max Verstappen, leader of the race. We haven't seen much of him, unfortunately. Because we don't actually need to see much of him. And the reason why I say unfortunately, because we don't have a challenge for the lead. We don't have a challenge for the lead of the race. I think Max is chilling, bro. I think Max is just driving his race. He's not pushing too hard. He's just driving. Who is this? Is this Kimi? This is Albon. Albon is passing Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin. Where's Stroll is 12? Actually, you know what? I take it back. I think Max is pushing, and Max is pushing because he doesn't want to be. Actually, no. Wait. I take it back. Max is not pushing maximal. Like he's not trying to risk, you know, because many times when you push the car too fast, you're basically risking, right? I don't think Max is risking too much because he realizes he has got hard tires and he can control the race from the start. So I think, you know, being at the front play, you know, on first place. In first place, he can control his own pace. He can control his tires, wear usage and stuff. Maintain his position to Carlos Sainz, his gap between Carlos Sainz and himself. And then that in turn will maintain his gap between the rest of the field as long as he maintains it to Carlos Sainz. But it seems that Max is still driving fast enough to somehow not get into the situation where he will be behind someone when he pits as well. So in my opinion, Max Verstappen is not pushing full. He is not full pushing, which I know what was a meme he used last time. So Norris is in 5th place, which, you know, we can only hope that McLaren's, sorry, that Ferrari strategy team actually know what they're doing. And of course, the situation doesn't destroy Leclerc's race, like, you know, like a safety car or something. Of course, rain could destroy the race, but Ferrari took that gamble. There's no rain clouds. Yeah, I don't know what is gonna happen, man. I don't think this rain thing is gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna rain, and if it is gonna rain, I don't think it's gonna matter. That is my opinion. I could be completely wrong because we did see how tricky it was yesterday with a little bit of rain. A light drizzle, as they say. A light drizzle yesterday. We did notice it was a little bit tricky yesterday. So maybe the rain will change. Maybe it will rain a lot. Who knows? No one knows. This is life. We don't know until we find out, right? We don't know until we know. Dude, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening, but what I can tell you now is that Verstappen is 8 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz, man. Like at some point, if Carlos Sainz pits, he's gonna be what, like what's it, 12 seconds ahead of Russell. So if Russell is the only guy that actually has you know what, wait, does Norris Norris could actually have it. Okay, actually, you know what, Norris is still close enough. Norris is still close enough to be right next to Verstappen if Verstappen pits first. If Verstappen decides to pit before Norris, or if it rains and they have to pit for intermediate tires, then I can guarantee you that Norris and Verstappen will be close to each other if Verstappen pits first. The problem is it's not brilliant pace actually, because Norris. So if you look at normally the races, there are massive gaps between people after like the half of the race. After pit stop have commenced, there's massive gaps. So I guess. So Leclerc is trying to pause Lawson, dude. Leclerc is trying to catch up and pause Lawson, which I don't think is gonna be a very nice thing for Lawson. Kimi Antonelli not only paused Lawson, but he paused Bortoleto. So Kimi Antonelli is actually trying to do things, huh? He's actually trying to do them. So Carlos Sainz goes into the pits finally. Russell is 12 seconds behind. Russell 12 seconds behind Max Verstappen in second place. Norris is 18 seconds behind. Okay, 19 seconds behind Verstappen, more or less. 20 seconds max. So Norris, so if anything happens with Verstappen in the pits, Norris can still beat Verstappen this race. I'm not sure about first place because, you know, it all depends on the strategy, especially the people around them. So Verstappen, so pit stops, the only people that have stopped so far is Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is now back into 6th position. He came out of 6th position. Kimi Antonelli is on 8th. 9th is Lawson. They pitted. Leclerc pitted. He's in 10th place. And then we have 2 pit stops for Ocon in 14th position. We've got 1 stopper for Bortoleto, 2 pit stops for Albon, 1 pit stop for Alonso, 1 pit stop for Colapinto. Dude, why did they not penalize Albon, dude? Why did Albon not get a penalty for causing a collision? Like, that's a slam. That is a no-brainer. Albon caused the collision with Albon caused the collision with Colapinto. I don't know why I repeated his name twice. But Albon definitely caused the collision with Colapinto, and he does. He should have a penalty. A 5-second minimum penalty. Minimum. It shouldn't be massive penalty. It should just be 5 seconds. But it is definitely a collision. Hadjar is being chased by Antonelli, and Antonelli is right on top of Hadjar, dude. Okay, look, that Mercedes is way better than the Racing Bulls car, that's for sure. Hadjar in front of So Kimi Antonelli is chasing down Hajar. Hajar's tires are 28 laps old tires, which means Hajar on. We're looking after you, don't worry. So Hajar is saying, please pit me before Kimi Antonelli overtakes me, and then the team is saying, don't worry, we'll look after you. Which they should have pitted him already, man. You should have pitted him already. I don't know why they say we're looking after you, but they should have put him already. It's already too late. If Kimi Antonelli does not pass him, if Kimi Antonelli does not pass him at this pit straight, then I would be surprised. I would actually be surprised. I'm not gonna lie. So right about here, let's see how close he gets to this. No. Okay, it's not that close. It's not that close to Hajar, but Hajar might come into the pits now. So maybe his team has listened to him. Maybe. Let's find out. Did his team listen to him? Is he going to the pit side left? He has to stay left. Yeah, he's going pits. He's going pits. He's going pits. But trust me, if it was one more lap, the Hajar would have possibly been passed. Possibly. Not guaranteed, but it would have most likely been passed. Okay, 2.3 seconds. Did he say he pit stop? Okay, good. Now Albon is trying to pass Gasly. Is he going to take Gasly out? Is Albon going to crash into Gasly? No, he didn't. Good job, Albon. The problem is he should still get a penalty. He should still get a penalty for that. I'm just being honest. I'm being completely honest. Dude, lap 30, no rain, dude. They said within 10 laps there should be rain. More than 10 laps of pause, no rain. So I don't know what they're talking about rain. I don't know what they're talking about with rain when there is no rain. Like, I don't get it. So Carlos Sainz is 6th place, which means he's trying to hold on to his podium. He just has to wait for Hamilton, Norris, Yuki Tsunoda, and Russell to pit. Verstappen will also pit, but I'm assuming Verstappen and Red Bull are waiting to see if the rain is going to come or not before they you know, pit sooner, because I think they're going to wait until the very. Russell is very happy on his hard tires, he says. Okay, so Russell's like, yeah, give me the hard tires. I'll stay on the hard tires until I absolutely have to pit. I'm gonna be honest with you, how fast these cars go around this track, how close those walls are, it's crazy, man. Like, it is crazy how close they get to those walls. Okay, so did Leclerc just hit the back of that barrier with his left wheel? Did the left wheel of that Ferrari of Leclerc hit that barrier as he was entering that corner? I'm not sure. It could be. Russell is 13 seconds. Fastest lap of the race, Oliver Bierman 144.9. Is that 144.9 or 144 point? I'm just refreshing the data. I'm refreshing the data because once again the data is behind. The data is stalling. The data is lagging. I don't know what to say, man. Data is not working. According to the data, it says 146.9. Oliver Bierman is 146.9. I think Verstappen is extending, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's extending. He's pulling away from Russell. The problem is Russell still has to pit. That's the only thing. Russell still has to pit. So even if he stays out as long as he wants, he still has to pit. He has a mandatory stop. Same with Max. Max has to pit. He has a mandatory stop. Lando Norris is in the 4th place, dude. There's an actual branch. Is that a tree branch on the side of the road? There's actual debris on the road. Like, it looks like a tree branch with like the tree and the leaves and everything on the track, on the pit straight, actually. So Yuki Tsunoda is being told to pick up pace. I'm just listening to what's being said here. So far, nothing much. We're just looking at Leclerc trying to pass Lawson. Yuki Tsunoda is in 3rd place. That's pretty interesting if you think about it. If Yuki Tsunoda could just drive that car the way that Max does, then he would possibly have been 2nd place. Look, I am happy to see Yuki Tsunoda is now close to the front, like he's top 10 basically, and he's high above top 10. He's not like, he's not 9th or 8th, he's like 6, you know, 6th place more or less. So we have to wait and see what's what's happening with my data. What's happening with my data? Yeah, well, if there is a safety car, they're saying that maybe because of the branch on the track, maybe they will have a safety car. Honestly, it doesn't look like the drivers have any issue with that branch. No one is complaining about it. No one is like taking evasive measures. No one is like zigzagging past it like it's some massive issue. No. Dude, Lewis Hamilton is unable to control this car properly, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, like Lewis Hamilton is fighting. He's fighting to just drive his car fast. He's fighting with himself at the moment. He's not even like, he's not putting pressure on anybody. Like I was hoping he might actually challenge Norris. No, that's not even gonna happen, dude. He was so close to Norris and eventually he just fell behind. Max Verstappen 66 career wins. If he wins this one, I think is 67. Is that what they're trying to say? So his points could be He could be 255, but Norris will be 305. So he would be 55 points away. Dude. To 255 points, and Norris might get 302 or 303 points. So he'll be 45 points behind Lando, but he's still like 80 points behind, you know, Oscar. Like Oscar has to continuously DNF. If PHP DNFs one, sorry, if Lando Norris DNFs once and Piastri doesn't get top 10 next 2 races, I think Max has got a very good chance. Very good chance of winning. But I have to be honest, it's very hard. It's very hard because McLaren has to be absolutely horrible, bro. Like the drivers have to make so many mistakes for Max to win the championship. It's actually insane. Yeah, now Russell is 14 seconds behind Verstappen. So Verstappen is faster than Russell, that's a fact. But he's not fast by much. Like Verstappen isn't pulling away from Russell like Russell's on like old tires. No, they are both on old tires. Verstappen's just making sure that he stays a specific distance behind him. So yeah, we can say that with all honesty that Norris is now 22 seconds. So if Max was to pit now, he would be either next to or in front of Norris. If Max was to pit now and his pit stop was a fast pit stop, he would be right next to or he would be right in front of Norris. If he exits that pit stop. Dude, Lawson is not gonna get passed by Leclerc because trust me, if Leclerc could have passed him, he would have done it already. Albon is doing a good job this race. The problem is he definitely caused an accident, so he has to have 5-second penalty. So basically Norris is being told by his team, McLaren team, to go closer to Yuki Tsunoda so he can get the undercut, which means that he can go to the pits and then come out ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know why this commentator is celebrating that McLaren is telling Lando Norris to catch up to the guy in front of him. That is racing 101, bro. He has to catch up to the guy in front of him to pass him, right? Whether it is an undercut or not, whether it's a pit stop, you know, benefiting from a better pit stop or whatever it is, this is not smart. This is just basic common sense. Yeah, I need to refresh this. Oh no, actually no, it's fine. Lap 37. That's exactly where we are. McLaren, I think McLaren is starting to get ready for Lando Norris to pit. Lando Norris is catching up to Yuki Tsunoda actually. I'm telling you, man, like I don't understand. Norris has got this fast rocket now. And he has no intention of passing the guy in front of him. Lando Norris has got the fastest car on track and he is not motivated to pass people ahead of him, which is insane to me, man. So Lando Norris will go into the pits. Lando Norris will go into the pits. Let's see where Lando Norris will end up when he exits. Exactly where Lando Norris exits is where we have to figure out what is happening here. Oh, 4-second pit stop. It's a slow pit stop. Once again, the wheel gun man destroys Lando Norris's pit stop. The wheel gun man destroys. Oh, Lando Norris, which is I'm still happy with this because remember we need the championship to be close. We need the championship to be close, dude. I did not think that we will have a champion. We would have a race where the championship might actually be on, you know, because I thought McLaren had it, man. And yes, McLaren still has it in the bag, but if they retire one more race and Max Verstappen wins if Max Verstappen wins every single race, and these McLaren cars keep retiring, then we're gonna have a problem, man. Yeah, so that's his front right wheel man, front right wheel gun man has made a disaster. Into the pits goes Yuki Tsunoda. So now Carlos Sainz is back into podium position. Sorry, he's back on the podium. He's now in 3rd place. What's going to happen with Russell? We have to find out. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda's going to get past. Yuki Tsunoda's going to get past. Oh man, now Leclerc has to pass Yuki. Charles Leclerc is like right on top of Yuki, man. Lewis Hamilton fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 44. So we're just trying to figure out, is anything going to happen? Will these cars, dude? This whole situation with the rain is such a ghost trap. There is no rain coming because the rain is never like there's no rain. I don't understand why they kept saying that there will be rain in the start of the race when there was no rain. They might have rain forecasted, but my goodness, there's no rain, man. So let's see what Lando can do. Can Lando pass the Ferrari on track? This is what's being said by the commentators. The commentators are saying, can Lando do the passing on track? Because now that his pit stop has destroyed his race. Russell goes into the pits, goes out of the pits. Where does Russell join? Russell is still ahead of Carlos Sainz. Russell's still ahead of Carlos Sainz, dude. Russell's still ahead of Carlos Sainz. Insane. Russell still ahead of Carlos Sainz is insane in my opinion. Lando Norris, 8th place position. Will he do a move on Leclerc? Leclerc seems to be defending. Verstappen goes into the pits. Because now they have a lot of gap between them and Russell. The fact that Russell's 2nd place, dude. Russell easily jumped Carlos Sainz. Easily. He made it look easy. Russell made it look easy, man. Russell just stayed out. He just said, no, I'll stay out. I'm not gonna pit. I don't have to pass anybody on track. Let's just pit. later on. They put it later on, and guess what? Russell put it later, and he's still ahead. .4 seconds, dude. 2.4 seconds for Max. Yeah, Max Verstappen's pit stop. Great pit stop. He's still in the lead. So Lando Norris is in 8th place trying to pass Leclerc in front of him. So Leclerc has basically given up on passing Lawson. He's just defending. Oh, sorry, Yuki Tsunoda. Leclerc has given up passing Yuki Tsunoda. He's just defending from Lando. Oh, Lando Norris passed Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris passed Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris passed Charles Leclerc. Why did Charles Leclerc try and slow himself down to defend? Oh, that Ferrari is right on top of Lando Norris. Look at, I don't think Leclerc will take that easily. I don't think Leclerc will allow Lando Norris to pass him that easily and not, you know, do something in return, you know? So Norris has got 6 points. But Lando Norris' car is fast, man. Dude, that's a pit stop, dude. That is a pit stop, dude. The fact that Carlos Sainz got passed by Russell without needing to pass him on track. Just staying out a long time is insane, man. Leave it to me, please. Well, I don't think he can do anything. The problem is Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli is the only guy that can destroy Carlos Sainz's podium. Light rain, light rain. Light rain, people, light rain. Light rain, people. So now it's okay. So I thought for sure there's not gonna be rain, but I guess I was wrong. Carlos Sainz is completely not even able to stay with Russell. He's already 4 seconds behind Russell. Now Max is trying. Now Max needs to stay aware. Russell is still on pace. Carlos Sainz is losing pace dramatically. Kimi Antonelli is right behind Carlos Sainz. He's probably going to try and pass Carlos Sainz before the end of the race. I would say the only race that I'm very interested right now is I want to know what Lando Norris is going to do, and I want to know if Kimi Antonelli can pass Carlos Sainz. So Leclerc went into the pits? I didn't even know Leclerc went into the pits, man. So basically Leclerc let Hamilton pass him. Nah, Hamilton cannot do it. Hamilton is fighting his own driving style to try and stay on the track, man. I'm sorry, we have seen 2 separate instances where he brushed the wall very close, which was not that bad. It wasn't horrible, but it doesn't look like he's in full control when he pushes the car, I mean. Yeah, so what I would say is that Carlos Sainz, no chance of catching Russell. Kimi Antonelli is not trying to catch up to Carlos Sainz as fast as I thought he would. Because Carlos Sainz is slower than Russell for sure. But somehow Antonelli is not able to capitalize on the slowing Carlos Sainz relative to the faster Russell. Oh, you almost lost some traction there. Will he pass Yuki Tsunoda? He'll probably pass him. No, he didn't. He didn't. The problem is, I don't know. This McLaren just looks way far, dude. How quickly that McLaren passed Leclerc was pretty insane. He made Leclerc look like he was looking for parking space or something. So Norris was slower in Sector 2 than Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know why we're comparing Norris to Yuki Tsunoda, but here we are. Here we are. We're comparing Yuki Tsunoda to you know, Lando Norris. Dude, Kimi Antonelli is no longer pushing to try and catch Carlos Sainz. Kimi Antonelli looks like he's given up. Okay, so they said there was rain and now we don't hear anything about the rain anymore. Oh, Lawson is so close to that barrier, man. Lawson is so close to that barrier, is actually insane. Oh, please don't take each other out. Please don't take each other out. Come on, Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, you guys are working for the same. You drove in the same team. You drove in the sister Red Bull team, so don't take each other out, man. I'm going to be honest with you, the fact that Norris is in 7th place is ridiculous. Norris qualified 7th and he's still in 7th. Like he didn't achieve much in this race for some reason. I'm not saying he can't, I'm just saying that I don't understand why. Here we go, man. So yeah, Verstappen is back to 13 seconds ahead of Russell. He's back to 13 seconds ahead of Russell. Verstappen just ensuring that Russell just stays far behind him. These guys are fast, mate, trying to catch up with them. You can do it. Hamilton being told that he can catch Norris. Hamilton catching dude, that's gonna be insane. Can Hamilton actually do this? Can Hamilton actually finally get past Norris? I don't think so. You know, if this was 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2016, sure. His car was just that much better, but this is 2025. His car cannot hold his lack of skill. I'm not saying he has no skill. I'm just saying I'm just saying that he is not capable of necessarily being the difference maker. He cannot drive as consistent, as special, as, you know, he cannot take advantage of the fact that people in front of him are not perfect, because he himself is pretty imperfect as well, you know. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't make sense. That's me rambling, but you know what, long story short, we're trying to see if, yeah, Hamilton is right on top of Norris. Hamilton right on top of Norris. Please, Hamilton, do not make a mistake. Show us that you can pass Lando. Show us that you can pass Lando. Please show us you can pass Lando. Come on, Lewis Hamilton, show us you can pass Lando. Max Verstappen falls in the lap, 1 minute 43.4. So Max is just saying, hey, I do have pace. If anybody wants to challenge me, I'm lonely at the front, please. Dude, so whatever rain they were talking about, it vanished as quickly as they mentioned it. As quickly as they mentioned there will be rain, the rain is gone. The rain is gone, dude. Oh man, this is so frustrating, man. Okay. This race was boring only because no one challenged Max. No one. Dude, Lewis Hamilton is not doing anything, man. I think Lewis Hamilton has given up. Lewis Hamilton has somehow given up, and he's not being honest about it. Norris has no more battery remaining. Hamilton has battery remaining. Okay, boys and girls, we can safely say that this race is boring, man. I thought it was going to be interesting, but now I already know it's going to be boring. This is insane, man. Oh man, Norris, exactly where Norris started, where he's going to finish his race. That is interesting. Hopefully you did enjoy this race. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. Max Verstappen position check first. Russell second, 14 seconds behind Verstappen. Third is Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz deserves that third place. Kimi Antonelli fourth. 6 is Lawson. The 5th is Lawson. 6 is Yuki Tsunoda. 7 is Norris. 8 is Hamilton. 9 is Leclerc. 10 is Hadjar. 11 is Albon. 12 is Bortoleto. 13 Oliver Bierman. 14 Colapinto. 15 Alonso. 16 Hulkenberg. 17 Stroll. 18 is Colapinto. 19 is Gasly. Alonso is 15, and then Colapinto is 18, and then 19 is Gasly. Hopefully you did enjoy. I'm already preparing to say goodbye, because this race is not like... Look, if there was actual rain, things would have changed drastically and it would have been way more interesting, but there wasn't a lot of rain, so unfortunately things did not change drastically. It was boring. Come on, Lewis. Show us something, please. Yeah, so we're just looking at Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, Norris, and Hamilton chasing each other like a train. Nothing is happening. Verstappen is in front. He seems to be leading comfortably. Russell's in second. Look, the problem is, if it rained, it would have been this race would have been very interesting. But unfortunately, it didn't rain. Unfortunately, the race is what it is, man. The race is what it is. It is what it is, and that's what the race is. It's just the way it is, man. Yeah, so this is it. Final lap. Final lap. 1:43.3, fastest lap of the race for Max. So we're on board with Max. Max is going to cross the line in first. Dude, Lewis is not capitalizing. Lewis is not capitalizing at all. Lewis has given up. Dude, we see Yuki Tsunoda and Lando Norris slowing each other down. Like Yuki is defending, slowing himself down. Okay, Max Verstappen crossing the line. He's about to go pit straight. Pit straight is the next corner, I believe. This is the last corner. Now it's pit straight, and he's going to cross the line. Oh, no, it's one more corner. No, it's not. It's not. This is the pit straight. Okay, he crosses the line in first place. Crosses the line in first place. That's Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen wins the race. Azerbaijan race. Russell second. Carlos Sainz third. 4th, Antonelli. 5th, Lawson. 6th, Yuki Tsunoda. 7th, Norris. 8th, Hamilton. 9th, Leclerc. 10th is Hadjar. 11th is Albon. 12th is Bortoleto. 13th, Bierman. 13th, Bierman. Ocon 14. Alonso 15. 16, Hulkenberg. 17, Stroll. 18, Gasly. 19, Colapinto. Carlos Sainz finally showing what he always, you know, we always knew he was a good driver. He finally gave Williams a podium position. And trust me, that is going to get him far in his team. That is going to give him motivation. It's going to give him, you know, give him the feeling of, you know, feeling stronger, better in his racing position. You know what? This is a good race. I'm just going to listen to what Max Verstappen says. Max Verstappen just saying thank you to all the team. There we go. Hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe, and I'll see you in this live stream. Ciao for now. Next week, when is the next race? So we go to Singapore on the 3rd of October. 3rd of October. The race will be on the 5th of October, but on the 3rd of October we go to Singapore. So after 1 week, so not this weekend coming, but the next weekend we will have Singapore. Hope you did enjoy it. Ciao for now.